Hello, 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 everybody. I hope you guys can see and hear me okay. Give me a thumbs up or say, girl, we can hear you. I am trying to get myself situated so I can see the chat. Yes, we can hear you. Thank you so much, Teresa. Thank you guys so much. Today is Sassy Wednesday. No, today is not Sassy Tuesday. You're right. Today is Wednesday. And I am coming today with part three of our stitch along for the month of May. So, as you guys already know, we are working on the Create Every Day. And before we go ahead and get started stitching, yes, I'm in a little different position than I was the other week. And after looking at it, it just didn't look right, and the camera wasn't right. I thought by me having it on my magnifier, it was it was picking up, but it was kind of hard to try to look through the phone through the magnifier. So that wasn't working for me. But anyway, let's see who's all in the chat. I'm not expecting a lot today because this is cross stitch. This is a quilting channel, but I love cross stitch and I wanted to bring you guys in on a beginner friendly cross stitch project. So I have Teresa. Hello, hello. We have Irish Cell Lady. Hello. And we have Miss Joy T in the house. Guys, thank you so much for joining me. This is what I have so far. I decided to use a rainbow color, a rainbow theme going across. And I'm going to be using this pretty dark plum color here for the word every day. That's what we'll be working on today. We have Luann in the house. Hello, Luann, and Miss Andrea. Hey, honey. Guys, today has been a much better day. I don't know if you guys were able to join or watch last night's video. I'm much better than I was last night, and I did get a seafood boil bag today. So, your girl is really, really, happy about that. Um, right now, I am taking a piece of floss off of my floss card, and I'm going to lay it out because I need to get another piece. And just have to make sure that they're going in the same direction. Again, I'm just taking one of my pieces of floss off. I just got to grab a piece and then there. And I'm making sure that I am putting it in the exact same direction. Because you don't want it to be mixed matched. But yeah, so today is much better. So I'm happy about that. And any day you get to sit and I'm counting it all joy days that I get to sit and be with you guys. I believe that you guys are great, big help to me. Um, but then there are some times when I just have to let things get processed. Okay, I have my needle threaded, and what I'm going to do is at this other end, I'm creating a quilter's knot by wrapping the two free ends around my needle 3 times and then holding on to the wraparounds and pulling my needle through it. It should knot up at the very end. So that's what I'm doing. Thank you guys so much for saying hello to one another. Thank you, thank you, thank you, because we are that kind of community. We are greeters. As you see, I do hand stitch. Well, no, not hand stitch. I stitch in hand. Let me correct that. So what I do is I take my fabric and I just roll it to about where I'm needing to start. And in my case, I have these spool holders and I just clamp it. So that's what I'm using to hold my fabric out of the way. And then I do it on the other side too, because believe it or not, I want to make sure that it's not going to be in the way. That's when things get a little bit challenging, especially when you're pulling a thread and it's a long piece like the one that I'm starting right now. Yeah, I just need to make sure that that end is done, is out. Okay. So how many are you guys? Are you working on a sewing project or are you just coming and see your girl? Or are you working on this with me? Okay, let's see, let's see. I know I need to start. I told you guys before in part one, I like to start from the top where I don't have to do a lot of flipping. I wanted to change camera angles and have you guys like right here, and that way you will see just my work and then you'll just hear me. Would that be okay? Would you guys prefer that, or is this angle okay for you guys watching me? Let me know which one you guys prefer. I'm here to do either or for you guys. Teresa said she just came in to see me. Thank you. I do appreciate it. I had, if you watched last night, I was working on my smiley face. Come get happy. Yeah, that didn't turn out so happy. I didn't like the dark. Still hadn't taken it apart yet, but I will. It's too dark. So I'm going to change the eyes and the smile to a bright yellow to make this fabric pop. So I'll be working on that soon. Just watching to support you. Thank you, Luann. You guys are making my day. I do appreciate it. I haven't talked to my mom today. I can't wait to do so after, the live today. I want to check on her to see how she's doing. I need to go for a cross. Check it on her to see her, check and to make sure, she got things accomplished that she wanted to today, because she's still working. So it is kind of, hectic when you're working. Now, I'm going to tell you, last week I had a lot of issues with, um, you're going to get it anyway when you're working with longer pieces of floss, but it was being a pain in the patuka. I need for it not to do that. I need for it not to do that. Okay. But yeah, I need to talk to her and check on her and see how she's doing. We usually talk every night, but I know by her still working, she had to get things done, and I want to make sure I respect her time, and especially if she's having clients that she's seeing later on in the evening. But I can tell you with cross stitch, guys, I have gotten pretty dang on good. I don't know how, and I don't know when it happened, but maybe it's the fact that it's 14 count Ada. I've gotten really good at stitching while my husband is driving. And like right now, I am finding it difficult to find my hole, and that is because it's getting the light. Girl, turn this light on and stop playing. 1, 2, 3. Girl, stop playing. You know good and well you can't see. Put this needle in the hole. There. My eyes are getting older, y'all. So here I am trying to stitch without light. I need lights. I need the light. Okay. Let's see. I'm eating dinner while watching you in chat. I don't do cross stitch, but I like hanging out with you in the game. Thank you, Joy T. You guys are making me happy. Hey, how you doing? I am. Thank you. And she's asking about my mom. I'm doing better today. I did get in my office today, and I got a chance to clean my office. I'm going down on a diagonal now because this E is kind of wide, and I want to make sure that um, I'm getting the cross stitches on the right side. I am doing much, much better. I got a chance to get in my office to clean. For some reason, don't ask me why and what this is all about. It's new to me, honey, because it's real new to me. I don't know what it is, but lately, cleaning makes me feel better. Don't ask me where that mess come from because that's new. That's so new. And the other time I tried to avoid it at all costs. I'm like, where is this mess coming from? This is not of me. But I don't know. All of a sudden, I need to clean, and it has been. Yeah, it has been very, very beneficial for me. So I'm, I enjoy. I cleaned off my chair. Now this, so if some of you don't know, I had rabbits in my office. 2 rabbits. They were Holland lot rabbits, and they were very, 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 very messy. So I had to put them out in the shed, and they're doing very well out there, even though they're still being messy out there. But it's not in my office. And they have been, when I tell you, though I was cleaning up after them constantly, when they left that last week, the mess was serious. The mess was really, really serious. The dust was serious. So, cleaning up that. So I cleaned off my desk. I cleaned off all of the, what I mean, I deep cleaned. I deep cleaned my office, and the my desk and the bookcase, that's the small bookcase that's next to my desk. I deep cleaned both of those. I have 4 large bookcases. I figure I can take one bookcase a day. So for the the remainder of the until I get it all done, and I will do that. And I will do that. So because it's a lot, and because I'm holding probably between 20 and 30 books, maybe. No, between 15 and 30 books on the shelf, depending on the orientation of the books. I am an avid reader. I wouldn't know how I haven't picked up a book in a minute because I've been finding myself confined here. But I need to rectify that because I enjoy reading. That's something that when I have to focus on a story, it takes away me focusing on me. And sometimes when I get in my head, it gets a little bit crazy. I'm thinking it should be two of these. But why would it be two? It should just be one. So do I need to put another? I'm gonna have to put another orange right there. Maybe. This word every day on this chart, they didn't do a good job of telling me, like separating. You just have to guess. But I know all these letters are only, well, no, not really. Well, Stephanie, you can actually do it any way that you want to. Okay, no, there's another E. We're gonna keep it the same. It's just one. Sorry, I had to think this thing through. If it was not another E in this chart, I would have just kept it moving. But seeing that there is another E, I need to make sure that I am doing everything correctly. So I'm gonna have to make two more orange spots. Okay. That's okay. That is okay. So I did that in my, oh my gosh, that chair, it looked like a, the chair is black, but it looked like a snow-capped mountain. It was so dusty. Oh my goodness. Okay, go down underneath. And I need 1, 2, 3, 6. Yeah, it was just so bad. It was so bad, so bad. But I got it cleaned. I was very impressed with myself. I didn't stop because my office is where I study God's word. I sit and I study, and I haven't been able to do so as much. I'm gonna just say I haven't been able to do so because the little that I did, no, because I found myself always. I'm allergic to the rabbits. That's just, let me just put it out there. I'm allergic to them, but I love them to death, and I can't get rid of them. Um, and it was just hard to study it, and I found that even walking in the hallway, it was really difficult because all of a sudden my allergies would start attacking. So it had been rough. It had been really, really, really rough. Um, then there was one. Okay, wait a minute. That was just supposed to be a one. Sorry. Thank goodness I didn't get all the way over. I was like, this gonna be a funny looking E. Said something about cross stitch. It's just like studying. You gotta make sure. I don't see how Laura Lynn does it. She could be talking to y'all and cross stitching her little heart out. Me, as you can see, I'm taking these stitches out because I needed to go one more down. One more down. Miss Brenda Foley, she's like, howdy again. I had a brief power outage and had to wait for the Wi-Fi to boot back up. Oh, are you guys in a storm? In the storms, I know we ours is the thundering and has been coming on and off. But I'm like, come on already, let's get it over. And maybe this is just a lazy part of me, but I have a garden outside. I'm like, Lord, send the rain so I don't want to go out there and water. But he sent it in good fashion on last night. So I don't need him to, send it necessarily again tonight because we got a good dousing last night. I think the plants will be okay. But every day I still go out and check to make sure everything is okay. I still check to like my string beans. I do have pole beans. I'm making sure that they're getting long enough now that I have a trellis that I go under to enter the garden area. Well, you can enter it any other ways too, but I just wanted something really pretty. And last year I had morning glories over it. But honestly, my morning glories didn't morning glory the way that I wanted them to. They only gave me about like two or three. And I'm like, really, what happened? Did I get a bad pack of seeds? I don't know. But I'm hoping this year I decided to put my string beans, my pole beans around there. I did see this on Pinterest, and I'm like, oh, that is so cool. So I don't, if I'm gonna pick my string beans, I might as well do it in the shade of the foliage of the string bean pole. So I'm looking forward to doing that, and they're trailing up the trellis on both sides. I have about 8 plants on each side of a large cattle panel that we turned into a trellis. So I'm looking forward to seeing those beans pop and grow on there, and it's just really good to see 'em. My watermelons are the vines are looking really, really good. My potatoes are they came out better this year. The the leaf part of the plant, the foliage part of the plant, it came out a lot faster and a lot better looking than they did last year. And I'm thinking, well, last year I had them in the 5 gallon buckets. This year, go to daddy, go to daddy. This year I am having them. I have them in one of my raised garden beds, and they are looking so so good. I'm looking forward to harvesting those potatoes. I am. Let's see. It should be a third one. Wait, one, two, three, one, two, three. Yep, I'm on the right. I'm on the right line now. Oh, we have people coming in. Hold on. Let's see. Okay, phew. I got a different mouth, so I am trying to figure this out. Do you find quilting or cross stitch more relaxing? Honestly, cross stitch. There was a time where after I did the quilting, when it's gonna come a time when I'm gonna be able to, I'm gonna stop quilting. I think that's just with everybody. And cross stitch is definitely something that totally relaxes me, and I can do it when I'm at my lowest. I can do it when I'm in bed in full, like in a full flare, to keep my mind, on something else. This is something that just brings me more of an instant satisfaction. So, to answer that question, I find cross stitch more relaxing, um, but I love quilting. I love quilting. And in fact, I'm like, after I make my sibling quilts, and then I have my nieces and my nephews and all that. Once I get through those quilts for everybody, I'm like, then what? I don't know. I just don't know. Did you fall off with a roly poly? I give these things all kinds of names. These little spoolies, I give them all kinds of names. I'm like, just hold on to this thing, why don't you? But yes, this thread. Now, I ask me where it is. I can't tell you. I do have some beeswax somewhere, and I think that when I say I don't know, it's because I have several projects kitted, and it's in one of them where I can run this thread through some beeswax, and it will help with the knots from forming because it'll give it, a little bit of slip. But sometimes I worry about you having to use that because I don't want it to, especially if I'm using it on a hand dye. I don't know how it's gonna, the dye is going to be affected by it. So I don't want to use it like that. Okay. Um, we talked about Andrea having a power outage. Okay. Mhm. We did not get any of the bad wet, honey. I would know I was knocked out. I finally got to sleep. Finally. So I was so happy. But then I finally got to sleep, but did I stay asleep? No. Um, but I don't recall like anything like no thunder boomers or nothing like that. We did hear some rumbling earlier today, but that was it. That was it. It just rumbled. But no rain. We got a good rain last night, and that's probably why I slept because I felt so good at it. It I'm almost finished with this E, but this E is not Eing me right. Three, and then you go down one, then you go down one again. Y'all, if I have to take these stitches out one more time, and I promise you, this is only happening because I'm on a live. This is the most I had done in a cross stitch project in forever, having to take out stitches. Thank goodness I only got to take out half stitches because I didn't go back and do the other side. Let me stop talking and make sure I'm counting right. And that's another thing when you're using like a a dark color, you really, 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 really don't want to be making many kind of mistakes because I'm telling you that that dye in there can, especially if you're using a light fabric. Like right now, it look like I have a little bit of staining, but it also could be just little fibers that's see, if I had my camera set up right, y'all could have been like, girl, you on the wrong row. That's okay. I'm still good. And oh, there now. Now we got it, dang on it. Let's see if I can thread this baby. Whoop, got it. Okay, Stephanie, let's do this. We at least let's finish this E for the night, okay? Let's finish the E, girl. Dang on. It's two down, right? Okay, then. Shucks. Three. Who is my favorite author? Okay, Luann. I read Christian fiction, and I'm going to tell you my favorite female and male, okay? My favorite female right now is a tie between Connie Lloyd. I'm about to call her Cosette. I think that is her name. And Tessa Afshar. I love both of them. But for my mail, and I know that this is because I love mystery and I love suspense, but Ted Decker, he scared me. And I find myself praying for that man often because he is so funny. I'm like, what possessed you to write this? So yeah, so far those three are my favorite. Really don't read a lot from male authors, and I like to change that. But when I branched out to Ted, Skin was the first one I read, and whew, let me tell you, it was kind of what in the world am I reading? But it was really really good, and I found myself reading more for him, and then also his daughter, very good writer. But yeah, those are my favorites. So Connellan Cassette, I think that's her name. But I have when I tell you I have a plethora of books. I have a plethora of books because I used to do YouTube for Christian books, reviewing Christian books. So I had a lot of books, um, purchased a lot of books to read, and then I was also on some of the launch teams and stuff like that. I did enjoy reading those books, but things happen when, like, prior to um, the C word, when people, and I think it was I'm not gonna say it was my fault because grown-ups should be, act accordingly. I am reviewing and talking about God. I'm reviewing Christian books, Bibles, and all that. And I'm also doing like makeup looks and stuff like that. But because I had beauty in my name, that brought out a lot of perverts. So, with that being said, I had to close my. I'm sorry, I don't know if my camera jumped or not. Um, I forgot to put on Do Not Disturb, and I don't know if I can do it from here. A lot of perverts came out the woodwork. Lord have mercy, we are struggling over here in these streets. When that phone call came through, it interrupted me. I'm hoping that everything is still going. Says, hey there, my friends. Unfortunately, can't do much on projects right now. My eyes dries up sometimes and then runs constantly for several days. Oh, I'm so sorry. Is that your allergies, Kelly? Ooh, Lord, y'all about to hear somebody named BENSON acting up. Let's see. Okay, now I have this thing back. It says, hello, my upstairs AC broke. Oh, a week ago where my sewing rooms are. Finally getting 2-ton AC tomorrow. Congratulations, but that's a big one. That's a big one. I feel like I just knew that I was going to be stitching a good portion of the word every, but evidently, when I said I'm going to be just stitching this E, I guess that's the only thing that I'm going to be stitching because your girl keeps screwing up. But we are almost done with the E, so at least I'm going to get that accomplished tonight. There. Hey, Melissa and Miss Ann. If I didn't say hey, put a grapevine on each side of the trellis. Teresa, actually, I do have a grapevine. It's on the trellis is right here, and across over, I have my grapes. They were there first, but that is something to consider. That is definitely something to consider. I've gotten 2 quarts of green beans already. Yummy. They are in the greenhouse and outside garden. Awesome. I haven't gotten anything. They're just starting to bloom. And I think what happened was um last year, not my, I think what happened was I know exactly what happened. Last year I started mostly all everything. The catnip didn't take last year. But I started 98% of all of my plants last year. This year, I'm not gonna lie, I don't know what happened. It just like time slipped on me, and I forgot I needed to start my plants. So this year I bought all my plants. And no, not all of them, because some things I started from seed in the ground, like my string beans. I did string bean pole beans, and I also did bush beans, but the rabbits got my bush beans, little turkeys. They got them on my or deer, because this morning when we woke up there were deer in the yard. So I was like, oh man, that sucks. But yeah. So they got a hold of my string beans that I planted in the ground over to the, like if I'm looking out my back window over to the right. They just devoured. They kept, only thing I had was one plant. No, I had 4 left, but then they came and left me with one. So it was all gone. So I have nothing there now, and I'm okay with that, because in that area it's like all of a sudden a ton of ants, and those are the same ants that destroyed everything that I put out last year. So I wasn't going to give them the satisfaction of just destroying anything else. But I'm happy that I did have my pole beans on the other side, and the cats do a good job of protecting that side, so I'm not worried. Let's see here. How long? Wait a minute. Oh, come on. Okay. Dang. How long will it take to be a covering? Have the shade and veg good idea? I don't know. We gonna find out together, because this is my first time doing pole beans. I did bush beans last year. But honestly, I planted them. Okay, Benson, you scared me. I saw something moving out the corner of my eye. They're already trailing up, and they only been in the ground maybe since the week after Good Friday. So they're doing really good. They're doing amazingly, just hanging out, doing what they're doing. Okay, I have an E that's done. What you say? What? Look like a funny E though. My I have a needle minder on there. Let me see. I have some green beans. We are having some tonight, says Kelly. Hey, 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 Becca. Thank you so much for joining me on tonight. As much as I enjoy, as much as enjoy quilting, there is something very zen about cross stitching. Absolutely, as much as you enjoy quilting, yes, something is very zen about cross stitch. I have a harder time doing projects by hand lately, though. A little bit of time is fine, though. A little bit at a time is fine, though. Absolutely, because even if I can't do cross stitch, like there's going to be like for next month, I'm gonna be doing some EPP. Hold on one second, because you know who Cam has company and Benson is being nosy. Hey, 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 knock it off. Knock it off. Ugh. So you can hear him, but you're not going to hear him all the way. I knew that was going to happen. She should have closed the door when she left out to be with her friend. Teenagers and their friends. We asked her today, you guys serious? I don't know, but whatever. You know if you're into somebody. She's just not ready to tell. She's not ready to spill the tea. I need to know. Everyone's saying hey to Becca. Yes, to Nancy. Hey, she said she mowed her yard today. Honey, I ain't doing all that. That's my husband's job. Terry's treatment so far has gone good. Pray that tomorrow goes good. We sure will, Miss Nancy. We sure will. 2, 3. Just doing a quilter's knot. And again, I'm tying off. And we're going to the next letter, which is V. Francine Rivers. Is that who you're talking about, Ann? Um, what is her book? What is her book? Stephanie, you know you love that book. Oh, I was about to call it the Scarlet Letter. It's so not the Scarlet Letter. Redeeming Love. Is that what you're talking about? I love that book. That's my favorite book of all time. Lord, she said, laugh out loud for me. Cross stitching takes total concentration. Yes, it does, honey. That's why I keep pulling all these stitches out over here. Yay, the doctor's excited over Terry's test results. Yes, my allergies do bother me sometimes, but the vision gets difficult with runny eyes. Absolutely. Joy T. Oh, wow. I would love a grapevine. Yes. I only have, girl, we have a pole that's, I don't even know if it's 8 foot apart. It's supposed to be 8 foot apart, but my husband was like, I don't want to be making no pole no 8 foot apart. Let's put it 8 foot apart, man. Okay. But I don't think it's 8 foot apart. But they are apart. We have, because you need the pollinator. We needed a pollinator with the grapes because I got them for him for Father's Day. I got his favorite kind of grape. Now we have yet to see a grape. We have not seen not one grape. Okay, so I'm like, yeah, we never gonna see no grapes. So, but to be honest, we might this year because already there are a lot of little baby grapes on it. And I'm like, you know what, them dang on deer probably over there nibbling on my grapes. So I'm gonna have to do something about that because they can't eat my husband grapes this year. The Japanese beetles, I think that's what they're called, got a hold of them last year, and I found out how to deal with them this year. But yeah, I don't do bugs. I don't do bugs at all. I know you are right, Joy T. I love Middle Eastern food. Yes, yes. Okay. I know, right? Y'all talking about that good food. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I can't even read it. Becca says Jason went to the store. Oh, he came back with ricotta cheese. I guess it's time to make a lasagna. Yes. Honey, I'm not gonna even say what I'm gonna say because my husband watches. No, I am gonna say it so he'll know. He'll go to the store. I can send him with a list. And honey, we still on the phone talking, okay? Because he want to make sure that what I wrote down is what I really want. The very bit about sending husband story. Yes, absolutely. I don't know her name, but I did see that. Yes, ribs do sound good. I am getting my elderberries this year. Sis. And yeah, I love, love, love. I didn't. Now I come from a family of gardeners. My grandmother was she had a green thumb out of this world. Tell her she couldn't grow it in Wisconsin, in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and let me tell you how she grew it. Okay, she grew it. Don't tell that woman she can't grow anything. She grew everything. And Benson is, like I said, he's barking because we got company out back. And yeah, I'm telling you, my grandmother was a beast when it comes to gardening. And I'm gonna tell you why she was so successful. There is no shame in my game telling this. It's because she had free laborers, her grandchildren. Her grandchildren, we had our butts tooted to the sky so much that I swore, as in the child, that I would never have a garden in life because my butt was tooted to the sun more than I care for it to have been, okay? And when I tell you, when all of a sudden I started watching, when I'm on my break from YouTube, I started watching homesteading videos, and next thing I know, I needed to raise garden beds. I needed to um, definitely wanted to, you know, what bothers me more than anything is right at this second. Yo, I know you guys can hear Benson. My husband is in there, and only thing you have to do is push the button, and he'll stop. But he's not pushing the button, and the button is a sensor that dogs can hear. And Benson will stop barking. He's like, okay, wait a minute, I don't like that sound. I'm gonna stop. But no, they just let him bark. I don't, because I'm like, you're not gonna be driving me nuts with that high pitched barking. And he tearing up the curtains and my windows and all that kind of stuff. But nope, they just let him do it. They just let him do it. And they know that they're gonna get it. They're gonna catch an earful when I get off this line. They gonna catch an earful, okay? I'm like, why not let that dog do that? But no, this and last year, when I tell you I grew some of everything, I had sunflowers, everything that I have now, morning glories. Um, yeah, they just didn't glory enough for me. Um, my broccoli, the cabbage moth destroyed my broccoli. But this year I have them covered with what is it, tulle? I was supposed to have made a tutu, but I was like, you know what? Let me use this tool right here. Let me use this tool to make a covering for my broccoli. And so far, everything is good. The cabbage moth has not shown its, well, they've been trying to get a hold of my broccoli, but they can't get a hold of my broccoli. And so I'm looking forward to seeing them grow really, really big and pretty. During the fall, I had collards and cabbage growing. I just, I just went all out. And then those dang on carpenter, they called them carpenter. I don't know if they're carpenter ants. I don't know what kind of ants they were, but honey, they came and they destroyed everything. Nothing harvested the way that it should have because of it. And I'm like, you know what? That's okay. That's okay. Next year I got a plan. So this year we went in heavy trying to, make sure we tried to get rid of the ants. Now, not by planting things that they would not be attracted to, and if they were attracted to it, it wouldn't be it was things that would have been designed just to keep them away from our stuff that we really wanted. So far it's working by us keeping that one side empty. They are staying over on that one side. So I don't know what kind of ants they are, but they're a pain in the butt. A pain in the butt. Okay, because they killed everything. So now we're going up on this V, and it's kind of funny working backwards. Oh, come on. Don't do it to me. There. I did just see the chat grow. You need to put a couple tin pans out on the string. The wind will rattle them together and scare off the animals. And that's what we were I had PVC pipe, and that's what we call ourselves doing last year. It didn't work. But I think now the cats scare the birds away. So I don't have to worry about them. But I'm wondering if will it scare off like the little rabbits and stuff like that as well? 'Cause that's who in the deer, that's who I really need to, keep away. And I'm growing like microgreens this year, which I did not grow last year to give to the chickens, and they absolutely love, 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 love the microgreens. And some silver strips of birthday strips. I forgot what they're called to keep the birds away. The streamers. Okay. And we did have that until the wind blew them away. Yep. Yep, yep, yep. And in fact, we do have some of that. We still have more of that we can get put out there. We will do that. Here comes mama, they will say. We love our doggies. His barking doesn't sound loud to me. Thank you, Joy T. Yeah, Benson, he's a much. He's a bit much. Yeah, the tool is from the Joanne tool, honey. The one I was like, I was supposed to be built making tutus and for Christmas, and I was like, well, I had the green one. I was like, well, let me go put it out there. And guess who? Out of all pets that had to get a hold of it, one of my cats, and she don't play with nothing. I given her all kinds of toys to play with. She would not touch them, but I'd be that darn if she didn't go out there messing with my tool. A little crazy. I'm like, October, really? Just really, girlfriend. You couldn't play with nothing else. All the other toys I got for you to play with, you wouldn't play with. Now all of a sudden you want to play with my stuff. She doesn't care. She was like, Mom, this is the best thing since sliced bread. I kind of went out there the other day and she had it completely off one of my broccoli, and I'm like, you can't do that, little girl, because I did see a cabbage moth that night before, the day before, and I'm like, you can't do that. These little things, they don't have no mercy on my plants. But I did check, and there were no eggs. Thank goodness. And herbs and pots up on the deck. Yard is enclosed, so the wildlife is limited to raccoons that can get anywhere they want. Absolutely. Yes, they can. Thank goodness we don't have any raccoons. But let me tell you what I saw today. A coyote. Saw our first coyote. Um, thank goodness not in my yard. Down the road is the main highway, Highway 11, and then there's a field across the street from Highway 11. I mean, it's like our street, high, our street, no, our street, Highway 11, and then there's a field right directly across. And there was a coyote. He or she was afraid to cross. Therefore, they turned back around, hightailing it back the other way. I was ever so grateful because now that I've heard people saying that there are coyotes in our area, well, I was like, shoot, I don't got nothing to worry about it. Worry about it. I haven't seen one. Now I've seen one. I got tons to worry about. I have a small dog. I have two small cats. I have chickens. And if the coyote is brave enough or hungry enough, he will bust through my hardwired cloth because it's a little bit softer. It wasn't the one that we should have had gotten, but it is still strong, strong enough. My E and V is done. It is strong enough to keep off the smaller predators, but we do have predator lights and stuff around the coop. So I'm hoping that that will steer them off. But when we rebuild the run, it will be with the heavy duty stuff, and then we will redo the current coop with the heavy duty stuff as well to protect my second flock. So yeah, I'm getting a second flock of chickens, y'all. I'm so excited. I can't wait. But yeah, we have a few things in the garden that okay, already read that. Right. I forgot the name of it. Mylar streamers, the wind has to blow the pans. Yes, that's true. I heard planting marigolds around veggies. Yep, and I do have marigolds around all of my. I have it around my strawberries. I have some. I don't even know why I put them in there with the potatoes because you can't even see them anymore. And they might just die off because they'll be choked out. Um, I have them against by my broccoli plants as well, and I do have it in the by the watermelon. I heard that works for slugs, but with that pellet stuff down, and that helps. Okay. Deer hate marigolds. Good because I have them everywhere except by the grapevine. I might need to plant a whole bunch of them around it. uh, Always gone to the barber shop and got human hair and sprinkled it in our garden. It keeps wildlife away. We replace it as often as necessary. Good. I never heard of that. What? My neighbor, look, all the birds over here. Well, no, the birds used to come. They don't even come anymore because of these dang on cats. A coyote crossed her neighbor's yard through yours, and I never saw it. Thank goodness. I know because now I'm always have my knife and my pepper spray on me. When I come in the house, I do take it off because I always need to keep it, by my key, my purse and keys and stuff like that. So when I leave, I always have it on. Now, there are times I also wear my weapon outside, but I hadn't done it in a minute. Now I'm doing it because that is the last thing I want to do is to walk outside of my run or walk outside of the shed and be met face to face with a coyote and I won't have anything to protect me. But yeah, he's gonna catch a 9 over here. Yes, human hair works. I never heard of that. I gotta find out. I need to. Okay, now I'm not trying to be funny, but does it matter what kind of human hair it is? I mean, is it my people hair or is it your people hair? I need to know because I need to go find one of these salons and get it. I know I'm not trying to be mean or funny or nothing like that, but or comical. I just need to know. I never heard of that. It's like marking territory. Okay. Does it keep snakes away? That's a good question. That is a good question. Well, we got snake away. And I think that has been doing pretty dang on good in keeping them away. because it was the one year we had one crawling on our house, and my husband had to, dispatch that one. But like, I have a friend, she is like, "Oh, just call me, I'll come and get it. Me and my children will come and get it." I'm like, "Girl, they ain't been got my chickens by the time you get here." But yeah, okay, my hour is up. Do coyotes attack people for food? Honey, well, I'm not gonna give him a chance to, because I would say, yeah, if it's rabbit, it might attack. I did. They somebody put a I because I told our community page that I saw that one, and it was like, well, what do it's always one. Well, what do you expect? We're building everything up in this area, and we're cutting down the woods. Well, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Therefore, I don't want to see no dang on coyotes. Okay, I didn't cut down their home, but that don't mean I want them in mine. But I'm just letting you know that if you on that side of the road, it's a coyote over there. And it was odd because it was just the one. But I do know a coyote when I see it. They all got that signature jog that they do. Um, yeah. It was odd that I just saw the one. Joy, you want to know, okay, any hair. Okay, good to know. Where on the house was it crawling? Above my window? And then when we had work done under our house, it was one under there, and the guy, he killed it and he showed it to my husband. He was like, "You're lucky this didn't get in your house." He said it was one of the poisonous ones. Heck if I know. A snake is a snake to me. All of them scary. And so he did kill that one, and he threw it out in the woods. But I'm like, dude, it was under our house, and it was a. I'm not gonna say it was a baby because it was still really long. I think we've seen, like, maybe each year that we've been here, maybe one or two snakes a year. So yeah, no, it was crawling on. I was washing dishes, being a good wife, and I was like, "What are you doing?" He was like, "Bees." I was like, "Oh, okay. I'm not coming out there then." He was like, "Okay, stay in there." And then all of a sudden, I am was I still washing dishes or just finished washing dishes, and he came and said, "Babe, I got something to tell you, but I don't want you to leave me. I don't want you to divorce me." And I'm like, "Huh?" He was like, "This is the first time I promised that I've lied to you." And I'm sitting up there like, "What?" Because I know it better not be no other woman. And he was like, "No." I was like, "Then what? We can live through anything else, but we ain't dealing with that mess." And he was like, "I told you it was bees, but it was a snake." I said, "A snake what?" And he was like, "It was a snake." I said, "Where?" It was crawling up by the window. I was coming in the house and I said, "What is that?" And then he said, and it was a snake. And I was like, "Oh," I said, "Well, did you get it?" He was like, "Yeah, baby, I killed it." I was like, "Oh, we all good." Telling me that, dang on bees. Tell me, there's a snake out here, but I would have closed that window and probably packed my stuff and got out of Dodge. Okay, would have left his hind parts right here. Bye, everyone. Ferris wants his dinner. See you later, Kelly. We're about to get off as well. I wake up and sit outside on the front porch every night between 2 to 5 a.m. I better get something for protection. Absolutely, honey, because you don't know who out. And that, in between 2 to 5, crazy is outside. Okay, you don't know who will walk up on you. You better get something to protect yourself, even if whatever you get, you feel comfortable using it. That's all I got to say. I'm not telling everybody to get no gun because a gun is not for everybody. If you're gonna get one, you better go to a range somewhere to learn how to use it. It is the wrong time to learn how to use something when you're in danger. Especially, well, dang it, really, it's any kind of weapon. But pepper spray and a gun is the wrong time to learn how to use it when someone's approaching you, okay? You need to know how to use your weapons, whatever it is, okay? Train with it. If that means going around spraying, you want to know how that pepper spray works. If it's a stun gun, you want it don't go stunning people now, but you want to know how it works, how your body moves when you're using the choice of protection that you're going to use. My handgun, I've transitioned from a Glock to a Smith and Wesson Equalizer. It's a lot lighter than my Glock, but I have a hand grip. So before I start carrying it like full time for protection, I need to get in that range and put like at least 200 to 300 rounds up out of that baby to make sure that when I draw this sucker out, I mean business. Now I'm not gonna be sitting up there talking about, oh, is my hand grip tight enough? Oh Lord, is it gonna jam? All that. No, no, no. We don't got time for that then and there. You need to know your weapon, okay? Need to know your weapon. I know, right, Georgie? Because I would have to move, honey. That's why I was. I was like, he knew his wife enough to know I was about to get gone. I was about to get gone. Georgie said I did go to a range on the first date once. He told me he had like 14 guns, and I said goodbye fast. Girl, now I'm with you on that one because that's a little excessive. But then people like that, especially um, people that you don't know, you know what I mean? This world right now is. If I ever became single again, I'm gonna stay single because, honey, these people out here is a little bit cuckoo for cocoa puffs for me. Guys, that is all for tonight. I enjoyed talking to y'all tonight. I really had a great time. We were learning, cross stitching. I did get the E and V done. I will have every day done, and the little X's that's on here, it's 10 of them. I will have those done by next week, and then next week we will work on the needle and thread. And then the final week, we will be working on how to finish this baby off. So yeah, I look forward to that. And it's been great chit chatting with you guys. Like I said, I have a lot to do, catch up on. And I really don't know how much of it I'm really going to be able to do because this week and next week is going to be jam packed full of activities. So we'll just, you know what? I'm just gonna have to roll with it and see what happens. See what happens. So, guys, it has been nice talking to each and every one of you. She said I met him on Plenty of Fish, girl. That don't. Mm-mm. One day I'll be brave enough to tell you guys what happened when I did go on a date with somebody. Just let's just say the police had to get involved. That's right. She said she didn't meet anybody on there after that. That's right. There is a lot of sick people out there. But guys, that's it. I will see you guys next week or in someone's chat. I can't say that I'm going to be doing in a lot of people's chat. I will probably be catching a lot of replays, like I said, because I am very busy these next couple of weeks with my daughter graduating and I'm trying to help my mom and all that kind of stuff. So I will see you guys when I see you. And if I see you out there, I'll send love to you guys. You guys can always find me on Messenger and chit chat with me if you wanted to talk or whatever. Feel free to do so. Send me an email. You guys have all that information is down in the description box below. And if you don't mind, if you have not done so, go ahead and hit the like button. And that just lets everybody, YouTube know that, hey, we like this chick. We like her. and keep a positive algorithm going. And also, guys, I am very, very close to the 4,000 mark. I'm under, definitely under 400. I think we got 300 and something hours left to do. Let's go ahead and let's work on getting these watch hours so I will be able to fully see what YouTube is all about. Okay, guys, until the next time, be blessed. I love you. Bye bye.